Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. How you doing, nerds?
What's up, bud? What's up?
Not much. How about you? How's it going on your end?
Oh, just one of those busy weeks. Not enough entertainment to cut me away from everything else.
Oh, really? Okay. All work and no play makes Mark a dull boy, no?
Yep, exactly.
Speaking of dull, no, not this episode. I kind of like this episode of Andor called One Way Out. I'm sure you did. We're going to get into that. That was episode 10, which I'm calling this episode the Narkina 5 Shank Redemption. Survivor 43, episode 8, Proposterous, and Titans episode 4 called Jinx. So, the Andor, that was, got to give some props to Andy Serkis, who's mostly, doing motion capture his whole life, but the man can act. Just, put the camera on his face and he'll give you a ton of emotion, didn't you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I knew he could act way before. I mean, when he was playing Ulysses Claw in Avengers. Yeah. Right? He played that beautifully. But in this, it was just, it's that he played that institutionalized character that realizes the institution is not what he thought.
But because
he's got to make changes.
Yeah, but because he was so institutionalized and had a rigid, system every day, he had to put his trust into someone, right? Like he only knew one way.
Exactly.
And and you saw that all happening, letting go of that old life. And
yeah, you could see it in his eyes. He was just completely disillusioned, completely, torn apart. And then once it came into sharp focus, he had that warlord look in his face, like fight for now,
yes, with an almost too impossible, hard to believe ending. Really?
I can't swim. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, because I was expecting something a bit more elaborate. Were you not at least thinking at one point there would be some kind of troop transport on the top of that? I said, really?
To get them all out? Yeah, they're swimming for it.
This is Butch Dance and Sundance. This is a futuristic Prison Break. I'm not going to mention the fall would have killed most people. That was pretty high, but they swim to safety and they're free. I don't know. Did you think that was a little I don't
know. I mean, it was reminding me Escape from Alcatraz, right? You get into
but in the future, right? I could have sworn Cassian Andor was going to grab a troop transport ship and they were all going to get whisked to, safety.
Well, when you saw the way that they came in, right? The troop transports just kind of flew to the door, let them off, and then flew off.
No, I know,
I don't think they had anything in.
No, but I was expecting something that could fly, not them jumping off an oil rig.
And then two of them are just running through the desert in the night,
Yeah, and not to mention he could even say his goodbye to Kino. The people behind Cassian just took it with him. We're going now. But other than that, the episode was great.
Oh, it was solid. It made, but that's just it. Now it's interesting storytelling versus the first few episodes, which was just kind of okay, why do I care about this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we find that Luthen's had a spy in the Empire the whole time, right? And we find out the mustache guy. Oh, yeah, before I forget, I always keep forgetting to tell you, I do love the retro look of all the consoles. It looks very like A New Hope, right? Don't you find?
Yeah.
They went back and another thing, the reason why these guys have mustaches and sideburns, because when they filmed Rogue One, the director smartly said, oh, wait, when they filmed Star Wars in '77, that's how everyone's hair. Yeah, so we got to make sure that you guys let everything grow, So which I appreciate. I just keep forgetting to say that.
Yeah, no. I mean, they're visually these shows are incredible. But like I said, watching Andor it's just okay, now it's kind of getting interesting, but they really didn't try hard in the beginning to make me invested in this character. I think for the most part, they were trying to bank on people being invested in the character from Rogue One. Whereas, I'm going to have to rewatch Rogue One just to see if it's is this as good as everybody thinks it is and I just didn't really pay attention, or,
Yeah, I mean, now the
Is it
interesting
me?
now the interesting stuff is happening with Cassian, but because now the Mon Mothma stuff bores me, So now they meet the sleazebag guy or mob boss, who's willing to launder her Foundation money, on the condition, kind of Game of Thrones, that his son and daughter meet. We know what
exactly.
we know what he wants, right? A little royal marriage, and she's like, I'm not thinking about it.
it's a marriage into society, right?
I mean, what the English call cash for class. That's
exactly.
term used in England.
I mean, in the Star Wars universe, this is royalty, right? So it's kind of like, oh yeah, you're going to legitimize me. Yeah. So, yeah.
And then Luthen with his spy there, basically, he's like, no, you're not leaving, you're staying. Threatens his family, and basically told him, no, you're trapped. We're in too deep now. You can't leave.
If you think the Empire is bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
like we're just seeing a small smidge of what the rebellion is, right? This isn't like, the huge network that we knew the rebels were, and now it's like this is just like little piece of, but you're kind of getting a taste of what the entire network is. So if you put the entire network on display, it might have been a little bit more interesting, but anyway, that's just me.
Fair assessment. And 2 more episodes left, so the finale will be, I think, on the 23rd, and then that following week we just go into Willow. But
I can't wait for Willow.
You're gonna rewatch the movie? I mean,
of course
I did a few months ago, but
so did I. I'm
okay.
gonna watch it again. Right. Hell, I may even watch The Princess Bride just for shits and giggles.
Well, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Comedy-wise, that's a great movie.
Well, it's got, I saw a meme earlier. It said, what do you want to watch? Let's watch an action movie, Princess Bride. No, let's watch a comedy, Princess Bride. Yeah. Let's watch a drama, Princess Bride. Let's watch a movie with a big wrestler in it, Princess Bride.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
My friend, you have a very dizzying intellect. Wait till I get going. Really? That whole thing you were doing wasn't going? Vizzini. All right. Let's get into some Survivor. So here's what rarely happens on Survivor. So we're all laughing at Dwight last week for going home with the immunity idol in his pocket. Turns out he didn't. He hands it over to Jesse. And like a secret scene, and actually we're probably still laughing at him because he could have played it, and no one knows but Dwight that Jesse has it. I mean, Jesus Christ, this never happens on Survivor. I mean, and he only gave it to him because he panicked, a pure panic moment.
Dwight had that feeling of panic on him. It was like, I'm going to get in trouble. I would have hung on to that thing for life. Exactly. And just like. Anybody want to play? Yeah, right here.
Yeah, but I found this episode this week. They're all like mouthing off. Oh, gotta make the big move and the big move. And in the end, no one made the big move. Jesus, guys. No. Now,
they went for the easy kill.
Now that jury. Okay, so Janine's the first juror, but now you do have to start making big moves because the juries become more and more discerning, right? So.
I mean, in the game of Roadkill, Janine was already walking across the highway with a broken leg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Well, in good news, I saw the video of her, like, her report, and her scars cleared up. And because the guy asked her about it, he goes, "Oh yeah, I kept asking my tribe mates, how bad is it?" And they're like, no, you're good. But she goes, "When I saw myself on TV, I'm like, you're all a bunch of liars. I look like a gargoyle."
Well, I mean, what are you gonna say? Yeah, you look like shit.
Yeah. There's no mirrors there, right? So
no. Well, I mean, you look in, there's water. You can look. There's a reflection. You can get a sense, but I mean. Yeah, nobody wanted to vote out Ryan. He gets the fish. Well, how hard is it for you to go out with the fucking spear and get fish, you lazy pricks?
That reef's pretty plentiful from the shots I'm seeing. So even
he came out with what 20 fish.
Even Stevie Wonder could have just let that harpoon fly and would have hit something.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Exactly. Like fuck. Gabler's able, Cody's able, Sam's able. Put the fucking mask off and go snorkeling.
Yeah. And then how about Jeff's attempt to kind of bribe the tribe with that bag of rice for 5 players, to sit out the immunity challenge?
Yeah, it didn't take long to get 5.
No. Of course, it was the core, the people that thought they were safe that...
Yeah, true. But, that was that looked like a tough challenge. That was like...
Yeah.
You can see everybody's bending. It's like, yeah, that ain't lasting long.
Yeah. The wind could have kicked up at any moment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's always the person that's most worried about going home that wins the immunity.
Yeah, and they never discuss a plan B. Like, no, it's that guy, and that guy wins immunity. Like, god damn it. Why don't you ever talk about the plan B?
You know what? The thing is that nothing is set in stone until someone wins immunity.
Yeah.
And then all the wheeling and dealing. It's like the trading scene in Trading Places, right?
Yeah.
So you got to one mark, bang.
But you're wearing lederhosen.
But like everybody is just like, oh, we want this. Janine should go out. No, Ryan should go out. Ryan. Yeah, let's get Ryan. Ryan's gonna go. Okay, Ryan, good. We're locked into Ryan. Yeah. But Janine. Yeah, Janine.
I'm sorry.
Janine's
never been a threat. I'm sorry at all.
No.
So yeah, Ryan would have been the smarter choice.
No, I mean, technically he should have won that challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, his physical strength is there.
Well, he was doing the forehead thing, which I thought, okay, maybe he's on to something, but no, it didn't really help him in the end.
Yeah, no. I mean, as a guide, maybe, I don't know, but it's like... But he's got the forearm power to...
Yeah.
As did Gabler. I mean, Gabler, when he held on to that other challenge, he's holding on to that. He should have been like one-handing that goddamn thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
At that point, I think everybody's mind is playing on their sensibilities.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah. So, what can you do? We can
move on to Titans. That's what we can do.
Titans, yeah.
So we see Jinx. They got a little backstory with our boy Dick there, apparently. Implying that he or she likes her rough. I don't know what was going on there, but...
Sir Nightwing has gotten around. Come on. Yeah. He is the pretty boy.
Who hasn't he slept with yet on that show?
Yeah, okay. Exactly. He's had his fair share. I mean... Yeah. Bruce Wayne may have slept with Catwoman and Talia Al Ghul, but Nightwing's gotten around.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
come on, his own brand of condoms, Nightwing. And you got to get in and out fast.
He was part of the Teen Titans for a while, and there was a lot of girls in there.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Ooh, you look good in that costume. Oh, I didn't see you in the shower.
So what do we see? Well, we saw, what's his name, getting trained with his bow staff, right?
That was funny.
Star Labs?
Star Labs. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I'm not crazy about this Robin.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, Tim Drake is a much more complicated character.
Maybe tougher,
definitely. It's just like Mr. Like, he reminds me of the Antonio Banderas Zorro. You know how to use that thing? Sure, the pointy end goes into the other man. Just simplistic. It's just like the way he's holding it, like he's gonna slap, wave slap people.
Yeah.
So I mean, I want to see him train up a little bit, and like just a few days at Star Lab is not going to train him.
Yeah, virtually on top of that.
Yeah, like Superboy standing there, like, do I just got to let him hit me? All right, but no, I think I'm hoping that he matures a little bit. I hope he spends the whole season training, just to give it some, I guess you could say, realism.
Yeah, give us an 80s montage, something. 80s training montage.
Well, as well as I do. We've both trained.
Yeah.
Right? We've both trained, and it doesn't come that quickly to people. Like you're not taking on ninjas at the end of, hour 5 of training.
Yeah, exactly, which I think this is where this is going. Okay.
I know. I'm just kind of hoping it doesn't.
Yeah, I know. Right now,
Tim's super intelligent, but I mean, come on.
Even Mother Mayhem without her staff could go through him.
Formidable, yes.
Yeah. So we see Sebastian taken into custody because she basically summons him, to that company that refused his game, right? And
clearly set him up.
Yeah, she approaches him, but he's whisked away by the Teen Titans before she could get him to say that last word, and kind of smiled at the end, but I guess she knows it's inevitable.
Yeah, but how'd you like Nightwing in the Elven bar there?
Yeah, the Elven bar. That was a pretty good fight scene.
That was a good scene.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it. You can go ahead. And like
he did it without his sticks.
Yeah. Oh well. I mean, not only is he a world-class gymnast, he's a world-class fighter. So, yeah, he's got moves. He's not going to get taken out very quickly, very easily by anybody.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
exactly. Even elves.
And I mean, I don't know, was that him fighting or was it a stunt double? Because
I'm sure
there's a lot of good moves in that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's got one. I don't think that Aussie actor can do all that is, the gymnastics require.
Because, I mean, all that fighting, he stayed within like a 3-foot radius.
Yep.
And just took on everybody coming at him. And it was just like, oh, yeah. And when she threw multiple knives at him there, magically, and he just
she gets rid of that.
Yeah. No, try again. So, nah. I mean, Nightwing's always been one of my favorite characters in the DC universe. Just because, like, that whole family thing and trying to teach Tim and then Damian and trying to, no, don't worry. I know your dad's harsh, but, you'll be all right. I survived. You went out on your own. Yeah, that's how I survived.
Yeah.
So, no, Titans turned out to... I mean, it's Titans, right? So it's like, you're not going to not want to see it.
Yeah. That's why we get 12 episodes of it.
I just wish they would kind of do it a bit like Marvel and kind of bring him into the larger DC universe.
Yeah, there should be full live action movies of this for sure.
Well, not only that, but I mean, even still a crossover into Justice League or a Batman or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or even Superman.
Like, how cool would it be? I mean, if they didn't already introduce what's his name as Bruce Wayne, to have like Ben Affleck kind of show up. Dick, can I talk to you? Bruce, what do you want? Like that would be funny.
Yeah, I'm all for that. With all these crossover stuff now and Superman appearing on another show. I mean, now DC's got a new boss and,
James Gunn, what are you thinking about that?
Well, everyone's calling for Lobo now and Jason Momoa playing Lobo. So he posted a photo. Anyway, so rumor mill is circulating, but
he's Aquaman. I mean,
true, but he could be, Ben Affleck.
Get Tyler Mane.
Ben Affleck played two. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Jason pumped up, full of steroids, doing that doing that movie.
Well, what other character did Ben Affleck play? He only played Batman in the DC universe.
No, I know, but but I'm saying he's played multiple. He's played Daredevil and so I don't see anything wrong with people doing.
Well, yeah, two different.
Both.
It's still two different companies, right?
No, I know.
Nobody's played two different characters in the same universe.
Major ones, no.
So it's like, okay.
Well,
Green Lantern and Daredevil, yeah, Marvel DC.
Yeah.
Unless you're having a Deadpool Green Lantern crossover, not gonna be an issue. But Lobo takes on the Justice League. Momoa against Momoa.
Yeah.
There's a CG fight.
Well, no, I would just make a standalone Lobo movie. Not involve anyone else, type of thing.
Yeah, but you know how people are. They're gonna they're gonna cry for crossover. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I'm hoping that James Gunn takes a page out of Kevin Feige's playbook and kind of like starts to weave these things more coherently.
Did you catch the trailer there for John Wick? They finally released.
Yes, I did.
Fuller, Donnie Yen, and all that. So.
Oh yeah.
Looks like it's gonna be action packed, baby.
Well, I mean, that's all they can do right now. If they slow down and just started telling story, how would that freak everybody out?
You've got to keep upping the ante. How are we going to top this one? Oh, we just got ourselves in a hole again.
Yeah, exactly. Now there's one person up higher that if he fights and wins.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing from the trailer. This is my speculation. He's got to get to a meeting point by a certain time in order to free himself, but everybody's in his way trying to stop him from getting to that meeting point. Yeah. That's the take I got.
Yeah. Mile 22 or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I think Keanu Reeves will appear in the ballerina spinoff there, the John Wick spinoff ballerina movie. So I think he's tied to that too.
The boy's just everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. But that'll be March 24, 2023. That'll probably be a trip to the theater to see that. And so you got something you want to say there? We lost a great one, so I'll let you.
On a day where we remember the fallen, we lose a dark knight.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Michael Keaton might have been my first Batman, but he was definitely my top Batman.
That's what Kevin Smith said. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I mean, when I guess it was yesterday, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm looking through my Twitter feed and because I follow a lot of voice actors and whatnot on there, and it's just like everybody, reading Mark Hamill's tribute, tear to the eye, Tara Strong too. That just everybody that worked with him just said he was the whole genuine type person, and it's like, what a loss. And apparently he only came out as gay not too long ago, right?
Oh no, I didn't know he was. To be honest,
nobody knew. I saw one that he's preceded by his husband, and I'm like, oh really? I did not know that. He kept it very, very quiet, but no, apparently this is someone who's so classically trained. He went to Juilliard, right?
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah, and I think he roomed with some high-end people too. I think he roomed with Jack Nicholson at a point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a consummate New Yorker, right? I saw a story he was telling about 9/11, where he was volunteering in kitchens to bring food to like the rescue workers and whatnot. And it was like he was on a overnight shift, and he was talking with one guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta do all this." Da, 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 da. He goes, "So what do you do?" He goes, "I'm a voice actor." He goes, "I knew it. You're that Kevin Conroy. You're Batman." And he's like, and he turns to the crowd and he says, "Hey, look, Batman's making us dinner. He's Batman? Yeah, prove it." And then from behind the counter, Conroy's like, "I am the night. I am vengeance. I am Batman." And everybody just like went, "Wah!"
Well, like his last appearance at Montreal Comic-Con, I was there. I couldn't get to his autograph line, but he did like kind of stand on his table and like, which you never see anyone doing, and like telling people to come over. I couldn't make it.
Oh yeah,
but I have that image of him still in my head.
Well, he was so kind to the fans because he knew, the fans are what made him, right? The fans are what really gave him his notoriety, and everyone that worked with him and you look at the list of things that he did. I think 16 animated movies and 10 animated shows, as well as video games and so on and so forth. It's like he was Batman. From Batman the Animated Series to Justice League Unlimited to all the DC animated movies. He was just there. It's like, apparently, like, Mark Hamill will never play Joker again because he can't play opposite Kevin Conroy.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll never see a Mark Hamill Joker anymore. So it's this one choked me up. I mean, this is someone that made me believe in Batman. Even though he was an animated character, he stood out. I mean, what were your rememberings of him in those genres? You never really watched the cartoon ones, right?
No. But I knew he was highly respected, and everyone loved his. That I knew. Like the nerds of nerds loved him. So I listen to Kevin Smith when he talks, right? So And like I said, I'm glad I have that image of him at Montreal Comic-Con. He did a cameo in Kevin's movie too. Yoga Hosers, I think. Yeah. So no,
I saw that clip where he's like, "Come on, Robin, let's go."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, perfect, right? I mean,
yeah.
So no, 66. I mean, we still don't have cause of death, but 66 is way too soon.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. Susan Eisenberg, who played Wonder Woman on Justice League, claimed he used to walk around singing all that. He loved to sing. And when he got a chance to sing in Justice League, he jumped at it. Apparently there was a scene. There was an episode where Wonder Woman gets turned into a pig. It's one of those types of those episodes, right? So he incorporates the help of Zatanna because she was changed mystically by Cersei. So they track down Cersei, who's singing in a lounge in Greece, and like they're trying to strong arm her to reverse the spell. And she goes, "I want something from you. I want you to be vulnerable. I want you." And next thing you know, you see him singing. And he sings well. I mean, he's a fantastic singer. So, it's Batman singing, and then you got everybody in the audience just kind of like just spellbound, and Zatanna and Cersei are passing hankies back and forth from each other like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful." It was just one of those episodes that was just funny. But, Batman singing, you never saw it.
No.
You never saw it coming. But, rest in peace, Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
May you always be the knight.
Yep. Amen to that, brother.
Yeah. At least he got to play Bruce Wayne live action.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, in the big Arrowverse crossover.
That's right. Yeah.
I think a lot of people wanted him to play live action Bruce Wayne at one point in time.
Yeah, or even you could have slipped into the role on Titans too.
True. Put him in the suit in the corner of the diner.
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been nice. Oh well. C'est la vie.
C'est la vie, sir.
So what else? What other news do we have this week? Not a whole hell of a lot came out.
Not much. And next week I know I'm not going to ask you to watch a certain movie because you didn't like the original. So last week for a Yuletide challenge, you mentioned you'd never seen A Christmas Story. You didn't like it. That's fine. But the
Christmas Story too. Yeah,
they actually made. It's coming out on HBO Max. So I will not be asking you. I will obviously.
You know what? I'll watch it.
What?
I'll watch it. I mean, this is how many years later?
Oh, Jesus. The first one was in 83, I think, or 82 or 83.
Yeah, exactly.
When the first one came out. So he's an adult with his family now. And for God's sake, Scott Schwartz, the same kids are in it, the one that licks the pole and whatnot. So
So I'll watch it. I want to see if, they came up with a better story.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not holding my breath.
But I love that. No, I love the first movie. But my expectations are really low because I know other than you, like that movie is revered by millions of people. You know what I mean? Like it's next to Christmas Vacation, that's like their all-time favorite. So
right.
So yeah, I'm going very low, very low, very low. Other than that, there's Disenchanted on Disney Plus. I don't know if you saw the first one with Amy Adams, James Marsden, which was pretty funny. But
was it?
Well, yeah, it was nice. I mean, it was Amy Adams did a great job of being like just a fairy princess plucked out and put into New York City. No, I like it had a lot of charm, that first one. So I'll I'm gonna check it out. It's called Disenchanted. But other than that, there's not much out next week.
Oh, when does Willow start?
That's November 30th.
November 30th. Eh?
Yeah, so that's Wednesday, last Wednesday in November.
We'll have a peek at those and see what's what.
Yeah, because the finale of Andor is the 23rd, and then Willow starts the following week.
So we're swapping one for the other.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
At least we it's a swap and we keep on going. It's not a what'd you watch? I don't know. What'd you watch? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, beginning of January will be a little tight, because there's not much. I know you don't watch Jack Ryan, so we can't talk about that. But I mean,
talk about it.
No.
Tell me about it.
No,
Tell me a story, Greg. Tell me a story.
No, there's three seasons of that. No, it would take too long. But you're glass.
You watched the rest of Blockbuster, right?
Yeah. It didn't get much better. The only
get much better.
No, the only thing that was really interesting, you heard the news a month ago that James Corden is such an animal and a rude person. Like that major restaurant said, we're not serving you anymore. So Blockbuster made a joke about how awful James Corden is, and this was filmed over a year ago, this show. So that's pretty telling that the writer slipped in a joke about. So this guy who everyone thought was so sweet and nice is a monster, I mean, let the fame get to his head. So that's the only thing that I thought, wow, that's a pretty good joke and they're probably patting themselves on the back because that just happened. Right. I mean,
yeah,
but other than that, no. And they end on a cliffhanger, for God's sakes. Like when you're a show, you're not sure of getting another season. Maybe you should tidy things up. You know what I mean? Wrap it up.
What kind of cliffhanger could you have?
Well, you know how he Randall Park liked Melissa. Nothing happens at the end. Something happens. Oh, I can't deal with this right now. I'm like, what? No, you should have gotten them together. You don't know if you're getting a second season. Yeah. So
you know what? I mean, I can talk from my own personal experience because I've worked in 4 video stores growing up. And like. There's a lot more that could happen in these things that they're just kind of like. It just feels very vanilla. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, very.
I mean, I know Blockbuster didn't have an adult section, so you can't really tell those kinds of stories.
Oh, wait, they did make one of the characters bisexual, so it's not that vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, sorry to say, but you can't swing a dead cat without hitting someone that's bisexual these days.
Okay.
Yes, I said it. It's out there.
Okay, that's okay. No one's listening. Okay. No danger there. Getting canceled. Okay.
No. But I mean, like when I worked in the video stores, one time I was working a night shift, right? And basically the whole thing is cleanup. You clean up the store, make it nice, and then you just watch movies for the rest of the night, right? So, 2:00 in the morning, and I have Blazing Saddles on. Right?
Yeah.
Not the most politically correct movie, but hey, we all love it. In walks a man with his young daughter. Couldn't have been more than 8. And I've got Blazing Saddles on. So the daughter's not really paying attention. She runs over to the children's section where there's a little playground and, slide and a merry-go-round and whatnot. Dad goes right into the adult section. So anyway, he comes out after a certain, standard amount of time perusing. Comes and collects his daughter, comes to the cash, and then proceeds to tell me that movie's not very appropriate. And then I look at his stack, and he's got 4 porn and 1 kiddie movie. And I just kind of look up at him, and he's just kind of he gets quiet. I ring him up, pays, and they walk out. Seriously? You show up at 2 a.m. at a video store to pick up porn with your daughter, and you're telling me that my movie selection is inappropriate?
Dad of the year.
No shit. But I mean, I've been, especially working that night shift. I mean, I've had strippers come in. I had somebody come in on Christmas Day where we were packed. I was doing returns. We had 4 caches open, lined up 10 deep, and someone walks in and asks, "Are you open?" And I'm like, "No, we're closed." "Okay, thank you." And he walks right out, and I'm like, "Really?" My boss looks at me and goes, "Don't do that." I said, "He deserved it. Sorry." There's so many different stories like that you could tell that would probably be a lot more amusing than what's going on there.
Yeah.
Indeed. But hey, I digress.
Yeah. Okay, before you digress more, let's wrap her up, buddy.
All right, gang. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. Catch us next week. We'll be around. I'm Mark.
Greg, see you next week, nerds.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
You can find us on all our social media. You can search Butcher Bay Rejects on YouTube, at Bay Rejects on Twitter, at Butcher Bay Rejects on Facebook, as well as at Butcher Bay Rejects on TikTok. You can also find us on our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you can find us on all the podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Alexa TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Thank you for listening, and tune in again.